Hey, oh yeah, y'all know who it is. It's the Keep It P podcast where we take news situations, everyday occurrences, and indeed we show how one could have and could not have been keeping it P. And I'm not trying to tell you what to think, I'm trying to show you how to think. That is the very reason that I bust down the articles the way that I do, baby. And I thought this story was striking on a lovely Saturday afternoon side of the game. It says these 26 Amazon workers want the feds to investigate racist death threats. And they always try to tell us go through the proper channels, go through the proper authorities. Yeah, okay, until that don't work and then somebody come shoot up the whole jiggity jizob and people end up dead, and then they be like, well, we don't know what happened and we don't have any motive, and they're just so that we just never knew Dylan to do something like this. I mean, like, it's out of, he had black friends. Dylan had black friends. But anyway, it says one former employee spoke out after one former employee said she was fired after speaking out. Over 24 Amazon workers claimed that the company didn't respond appropriate to racist death threats against black workers at its MDW2 facility in Joliet, Illinois, which we already know Illinois is one of the most racist, segregated places in the country. It goes on to say, and retaliated against employees who spoke out, according to the report. Sounds like a class action lawsuit to me. It goes on to say the 26 workers have reportedly filed complaints with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. In late May, workers said that they found messages reading N-words gonna die and F these N-words at the N2W2 written on the bathroom walls in the facility. And that's what I'm saying. Like, those little microaggressions, if they're not stopped head on, then they be like, oh, okay, supervisors and all of that, they gonna explain for me if I shoot it up. Even the news is gonna play down what I did. They're gonna say that I was a nice guy and that I was in a church group and that I got the guns for my birthday. And I was just a little peeved that day because I haven't been getting rhythm from white girls. And I see, Tyrone with all the white girls and they should like me because I have a BMW. Like, I mean, tell me when I got any of that party story wrong. If y'all haven't heard that, from any of these killers in the news, and I've just mixed up a whole bunch of them, but you get the gist. It says, according to the advocacy group Warehouse Workers for Justice, a day or two later, according to the report outlet at the Herald News, employees learned that someone anonymously called the facility with threats against black workers. So you telling me that they called and made a threat, but y'all didn't take it seriously? 1A, because they was coming to shoot black people. Wow, that's effed up. 2, that's effed up. Dang. It says it wasn't just direct that's making workers uncomfortable. Workers said additional things also made the workplace feel hostile, according to the Tribune. Workers claimed that Amazon allowed employees to wear clothing decorated with the Confederate flag, which the Anti-Defamation League classifies as a hate symbol. So there you have it. The Herald News story also cites that Marco Serios, executive director of Warehouse Workers for Justice, who said that there had recently been graffiti and swastikas and anti-Semitic messages too. Here they trying to go, oh, they just wasn't discriminating on the black people, it was other stuff too. It was, they always trying to shoehorn something in. Anyway, it goes on to say, Warehouse Workers for Justice say that after the threats, Amazon told employees that they could have volunteer time off if they felt uncomfortable working and coming into work. What you mean? What is taking time off? Missing money? Of course they don't want to miss money. Why don't y'all eradicate and do something about the problem and make it a no tolerance problem, no tolerance policy? Do you care about your employees or not? And I would probably imagine saying the black ones is probably working the hardest. It says, as Tori Davis, a former employee, points out, though that's not a real choice for workers who need the income, like I just said, speaking to the Tribune, she said, we had to make a choice of do we stay and make the money and be able to pay our bills on the first, or do we go home and be safe? And nobody should have to choose between a safe work environment, you know what I'm saying, making their money and death threats on some racial shit. This is why that check need to be cut. This is why Kendra say what she say.
B1 to the family. This is Kendra Blackwood of Hot Lava Music TV and the Hot Lava Media Group. And I come to you today with an urgent call to action. And with that being said, this petition is to demand the US government immediately make anti-black racism a public health crisis is now an active campaign at change.org. And after this message, I'm going to need you to go over there and show your support. Right after you smash that like and subscribe if you have not already. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications. It doesn't cost you a thing. Now, this is a petition to demand cash reparations for foundational Black Americans addressing two critical components. So what is anti-Black racism? Anti-Black racism is defined here as policies and practices rooted in American institutions such as government, finance, education, healthcare, and justice that mirror and reinforce economic deprivation, racially targeted laws, beliefs, attitudes, prejudice, stereotyping and/or discrimination toward foundational Black Americans. What is a public health crisis, you ask? Well, a health crisis or public health crisis is a difficult situation or complex health system that affects humans in one or more geographic areas, from a particular locality to encompass the entire planet. Health crises generally have significant impacts on community health, loss of life, and on the economy. And ultimately the solution to the problem, it is imperative that the United States government declare anti-Black racism a public health crisis for foundational Black Americans. In 2020, as a community,
we need to go out here and say exactly what we want. And we got to say it with our chest. And we kind of start pussyfooting around, and we got to stop being scared to say exactly what we want, what we need. We need that paper. Say it with your chest. Damn all that. We need justice. We need y'all to love us. No. We don't need that paper. We need reparations in the form of a check. Let's stop being afraid to say that. Yeah?
Anyway, it says David alleges that Amazon fired her after she threatened to take legal action if the company did not move to protect her and her co-workers, according to the Tribune. Richard Rocha, an Amazon spokesman, told the Tribune that company works hard to protect our employees, bullshit, from any form of discrimination, bullshit, because you would have been had that shit off the walls, and you would have been had a monitor and a open door policy or an anonymous policy to report that kind of thing for the people that they can prove who did it or whatever. There's cell phones, there's all type of shit. Man, y'all ain't taking this shit seriously. But see, when somebody gets smacked up beside their damn head for talking crazy, which they ain't gonna do, y'all see this is microaggression shit. That's why we always say so-called white supremacy. It's some cowards. That's why they need to join up and forceful in numbers with the backing of the enforcement arm, which is the police. You know they weaponize the police, but they're not protecting y'all, man. And this is why, you know, the people that are good at something, that's trying to start something in the community, we need to help them along, because ultimately we need our own shit. We wouldn't have to worry about this kind of thing if, you know what I'm saying, instead of in the 60s going for immigration, you know what I'm saying, and not immigration, but integration, right, is what I meant. Integration, you know, like back before we had our own shit. You know, we need to get back to having our own shit. Everybody else does. I don't know why we just aren't as selfish. You know, then we can employ our own. But, you know, something happened you have a bad experience at a black business one time, and you done threw all black business in the damn trash. A nigga was 2 minutes late on getting you something at a black business. Oh man, see that's why I can't spend with black business. See, you can't do nothing with black folks, man. Oh man, they messed my order up, man. I can't spend. Man, shut your goofy ass up. You trying to get a Gucci belt and they clowned you. You trying to do this, that, and the third. You trying to do all type of shit, and motherfuckers is clowning you to your damn face. And yeah, I said, yeah, I cuss, teasy don't. But yeah, you doing all type of shit, fam. But you can't forget your black businesses though. Come on, get out of here, B. Anyway, it goes on to say, it says Richard Rocher, the spokesman, said they try hard to protect their employees. Bullshit. They said they did not respond to the outlet's request for comment about David's accusations or why he was fired, why it fired her, or has the company immediately respond to the Verge's request for comment. It says Amazon isn't the only company facing accusations that it has failed to stop racism at some of its facilities. Tesla has been facing multiple lawsuits from employees about the factory in Fremont, California, and has reportedly paid out millions in settlements recently related to racial discrimination at the plant. And the automaker is being investigated by the EEOC. Well, there you have it. And, you know, this one job or plant definitely is a microcosm of what happens not only at schools and workplaces across this damn country that we built. And y'all still don't think you owe or do reparations, huh? Don't you know if our people would have had what they were supposed to have, then businesses would have been built, empires would have been built. We'd have a Coca-Cola, we'd have a Hilton, we'd have, you know, we would have a Colgate, we would have a Johnson and Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Jackson and Jackson, right? We think about this parallel universe where black people were actually able to thrive and survive and multiply, like the oppressing class group held us back from doing it, from various opportunities, from where we lived to where we worked to the goodies and giveaways that they gave other citizens in the forms of grants and just basically land giveaways. What if we was a part of that 49ers and the people that went west? Well, we was some of them, because a black person built LA. It's deep. It go deep. But this is what I'm saying, man. Don't act like we begging. I don't understand where this we begging mentality come from. No, we saying pay what you owe, shorty. Dan, the petition is real, man. ZeroAntiBlackRacism.com. You can go to jlava.com. Get there. The link is in the description. Man, can you at least digitally say you want what's yours? Starting payment is $20 trillion, fam. Can you buy that? Can you get with that? Works out to about $450,000 per foundational black American. Come on, man. This shit's already been out here. This numbers have already been worked through. We need it on all levels and fronts, not only cash, but land, not only land, but education, not only education, but health, not only health, but every sector that fucked us over. Come on, man. Stop acting like this game ain't been rigged. Stop acting like your family is in the position that it is because it is. It is. Just because there's a few outliners or a few trinkles or tricklets that happen to make it, that happen to survive. And let's keep it real. Most of the people that make it and survive are under the biggest, strictest thumb of so-called white supremacy, unable to move an inch to pull back or help up their community. Because if and when they do, it's done. But you know how you stop that? When you build your shit based off not have to worry about them to eat. If you can't start a business, invest in one. Give a nigga some money that's doing this thing. Help him see him along. All right, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just mold you, fold you, and scold you about being on code. Love, peace,